Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS-EDTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Concept is what makes actors raise their game, and concept is very important in anything that we are doing, because concept will be the basis of our thoughts, will be the basis of our ideas. Good afternoon, each and every one of you. Hello there. It's Tuesday, 4 p.m. It's time for English for academic and professional purposes. I am Tutor Aaron, and on behalf of my tutor buddy, Tutor Alvin, we are your EAPP buddies for ETUlay online tutorial session at this hour. Good afternoon, our dear students. Welcome to English for academic and professional purposes. First, definitely, I'd like to go to our Aya feeling, as we always do. I'd like to know, how is your Tuesday? How do you feel right now? I know that we're about to enter the mid part of our week and things are becoming busy. We are becoming busier as time passes by. But how are you feeling today? Are you happy? Are you thrilled? Are you joyful? Are you jubilant, excited, energized, euphoric, or exhilarated? You can comment in our comment section, our dear AF phenomenal students are feeling today. Or you can click any icon, react on our live post for me to know if how do you feel right now. I'm waiting for your responses and I'd like to greet our early birds. Hello to Shireen K. Talawe from what's called si San Mariano National High School. Hello to all our students, AF phenomenal students from San Mariano High School. Hello also to Samantha Von Aguilar from also from San Mariano High School. Shout out to her teacher, Jeanette Baliwag. Hello also to Mark Gabriel Musni from Santa Maria National High School. Hello also to Archie Pira from San Mariano. Hello to all our San Mariano students. Hello, Tutor Alvin. I hope you're here. And to our students, do not forget to share as we keep on telling you to share our live today. I can see here on the icon part on top of your name or beside of your name if you shared our live. That will serve as our attendance for today. And it will also be the basis of our AIA Phenomenal Students Award. Yan. So that's also another criteria or factor in our choosing, okay, while choosing our, what do you call that? Our AF Phenomenal student for the week. You have to be able to share our live. I cannot see the live icon on your name. So share it now so that many students can also learn from our session today. So I'd like it's nice to hear that all of you are giving me positive responses on your Tuesday. I'm happy today because again, we are here, we are together, and we are all little by little going back to our old or real normal, wherein some schools are now having their face-to-face classes, others are now trying their best to go back to the real normal, the face-to-face classes. And I'm happy because we are once again learning here in our AUP session. Let's proceed. Last meeting, we talked about writing the reaction paper, a review, or a critic, wherein we defined the different, we defined what a reaction paper is, a review paper, and a critic paper, its importance, and the different ways for us to be able to write a successful and meaningful paper. Am I correct? What's that one thing that you learned from our session last time? What's that one thing that you got about a reaction paper, review, and critique? Anybody from our students online? Can you comment on the comment section? One learning that you got that you're equipped with now because of our session last meeting. Go, our A phenomenal students. I'm waiting for your answers. Okay. One answer here says that writing a reaction paper is important because it deepens our knowledge about a specific topic. Very good. That's nice. Now, what else? Another answer from our students here on the online world. Thank you very much to all our students who are sharing with us their school, their names. Don't forget to mention also a friend, a classmate who's taking A up as your subject in the senior high school because they can really learn from this. And you know, it's already like our week 7. We're not almost, but it's just 1 week before we end our session. But I'm happy because we're now on the 7th week. Another answer. Yes, the ILBC format tutor and review widens our perspective. Correct, Alan. What else? Making objective and evidence-based evaluation is a must in writing a critic. Correct, Tutor Alvin. Tutor Alvin is also active on our comment section. That's correct because it's important that you support your claims using objective and evidence based, because what for will be your critic, your review paper if it's not supported, and your reaction. And one idea is that you should have a deep learning or deep knowledge about the topic you're writing or reacting about or reacting to. Because if you don't have anything about it, then what for? You don't have any knowledge about it. So what for are you writing to? And another thing is, don't forget the parts. We have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Very good. Our AO Phenomenal students, as usual, all of you met our learning. And I know you're excited for this. Our AF Phenomenal student will be awarded our week 6 now, okay? Our AF Phenomenal student for quarter 3, week 6 is none other than, why don't you give your a round of applause? Jovelyn Polino Martinez from San Mariano High School, Maine. I just don't know if where STO is this, so I did not specify it. So don't forget to let me know if from what division Jovelyn Polino from where, no, from where division is San Mariano High School. Congratulations to Jovelyn Paulino Martinez, our quarter 3, week 6 phenomenal, a phenomenal student. A round of applause. Thank you very much. Yes. Keep on sharing our live posts and keep on mentioning your friends, your teachers, your classmates, because you will enjoy our session for today. Next, congratulations. Now, for our journey in the English for academic and professional purposes, for our first week, we have already tackled academic language use for or from various disciplines. Another in the second week, types of text structure. We talked about techniques in summarizing variety of academic text, thesis statement and outlining reading text, critical approaches in writing a critique, which is also can be your basis or your defense in writing your critique paper. Another, just last week, we freshly talked about writing the reaction paper, review, and critic. And for this week, today, Tuesday, we will be talking about exploring concept paper. But the question is, are you ready? Are you ready, our dear students, to learn, explore, to explore concept paper? Yes, yes, or yes. You can comment on our comment section, yes or yes only. Or you can give me a like react, or a heart react. Go. You know, I since I'm only alone here, but I believe Tutor Alvin is on the comment section. He's watching right now. It's just that he has a prior commitment, a very important commitment. And congratulations to that, Tutor Alvin, in advance. If whatever it is that you're receiving there and whatever achievement and some milestone is that, congratulations. That's why he's not with us right now, because he's busy with a very important commitment. Now, let's go straight to our topic for today, exploring the concept paper. Probably you're asking me, or you're thinking right now, or you're remembering the time, the moments when you defended the concept paper, you wrote the concept paper, you thought of concept paper, and we are studying it now. But before that, I know this is your most awaited part, because every beginning of our session, we are getting to know the things that you need to know. And for this week, we have to, our student should be able to, or a student determines the ways a writer can elucidate on a concept by definition, explication, and clarification. So, now, another part, exciting part with our session is that you are going to have a game in the beginning part. I know you're looking forward to this. So, what's new? Before we proceed to our lesson proper, we're always, Tutor Alvin and I, we are always preparing a game for you, because you want to start this session right and active. So, for this session, we'll be having 4 picks, 1 word as a beginning of our momentum. So, are you familiar with the 4 picks, 1 word? I know this is very usual to you, but this is somehow related to our topic that we're going to talk about. So, let us start. Question is, are you ready? Our A phenomenal students, are you ready? Give me a like react or a heart react if you are ready. I know that you're always ready, our dear students. I only saw one heart here. One like, one heart. You can also comment on the comment section heart or like react if you want to flood our comment section. Yan, Marvin Lakap, thank you. You're a sharer too. Teddy Lobo is not a sharer yet. You don't have the share icon on your name yet. So heart, thank you. Teddy, Lord, yes. Michaela, yes. Michaela Taksuan is sharing us heart react. Lord, yeah, and don't forget to share our live today. I need your live. I need your power. I need your energy. So I know you're ready. So let us start. So I'll be showing you four pics and you have to be able to identify or the concept of those pictures. For our first picture, what do you think is this? Okay. Mary Jane, please share our live post. And Mira too. Mark, don't forget to share. Mark has already shared our live. What is your answer, our AF Phenomenal students? What is this? What do you think is the concept of this? What is the word for this? Anybody? Okay, somebody answered blur. Mark answered blurred. Marvin answered blur. Are you sure with your answers, our students? Blur, 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 blur. I need more answers coming. Okay, blurred according to Gia with a question mark. Lobo, blurred. To Lord, it's blur. Vagueness according to Allen. What a word. Yes, I like that. Shana, Sir Alvin, and Labu, sir, parang siya. Ow! Sir, four bigs, one word. Walang ngugot-ugot. Blurred according to Isa. Divine, blurred. Let's see the correct answer is blurred. Ayan. Our answer is blurred. Yes, congratulations to those who answered blurred. You are correct. Next. Next picture. What about this? Okay, one that's I think there's a paper and a ruler. There's something there. There's editing here using a laptop. There's a film here being processed and there's hair here being blank. What do you think is this? Give me your answer. Okay. Okay, Marvin answered cutting. What else? How about the others? What is your answer, our AF Phenomenal students? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mary Jane. It's cutting. What else? Keep your answers coming, our dear students. I want to feel your energy that you're with me today. Wala na nga si Tutor Alvin, iiwan niyo pa ako. It's just a joke. Okay, Jenny Yabut answered cutting. Divine answered cutting. Lord answered cutting. Allen answered modifying. Ralph answered cutting. Layout for Lord. Let's see. The correct answer is to cut. I mean, cut. Okay? Cut is the correct answer. Probably he will be accepting cutting. So you are correct, our AF Phenomenal students. Cut or cutting. Next. Yay. How about this picture? Okay. I think many of you will connect to this because I know others are feeling artists, and you usually do this if you are famous. Taas sa kamay lahat ng famous. Okay, what do you think is being portrayed by the pictures here? 1, 2, 3, go! What are your answers, our dear students? Okay. Somebody answered autograph, signing, autograph, according to Lord, according to Lord is not sharing our live yet. Lord, share our live. To Jerwin, autograph. Lord, autograph. Autograph. Let's see. The correct answer is autograph. Yay, you are correct. Next. How about this one? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. What is your answer here? What is your answer for our fourth or third picture? Okay, the correct answer is wig. Okay, I hope you got it right. Wig. Next. How about this picture? I know you're familiar with this. I know some of you love some films coming from this industry and from this country? Any answer from our AF Phenomenal students? What do you think is this? While you're answering, Sheila Mali, don't forget to share our live post. Jerwin, don't forget to share our live. And Lord, don't forget to share our live. What's your answer? Is it film? Is it capture? Uh-huh, I don't think so. Keep your answers coming, our dear students. According to Mark, film. To Mira, film. To Jerwin, film. To Rafael Silwig, we're now on the fifth picture. Okay, Jerwin, don't forget to share our live. Ralph, film. Are you sure? Okay, clue. It starts with letter B. 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 As in bata. As in beautiful. Ah, what is this? Okay, so I think I will reveal the answer now. The correct answer is it's Bollywood. Okay, so we call these films from India created by actors and actresses and directors from India. So they call it Bollywood. So if you have Hollywood, we also have Bollywood. And some of their films are all great. One example is The Three Idiots. I really love that film. And with our game, our dear students, in the process of looking at the pictures, you're able to come up with a concept, with an idea based on the pictures that we had. And for today, we will be talking about concept paper. Okay? So what is concept paper? Is it as easy as looking at the four pics, one word here to make a concept or to make concept paper? What are the different parts of a concept paper and what are the important things that you need to know about the concept paper? And I hope you are ready. And when I say ready, you're online, and you have shared our live post today. Click the share button and click it and share it to the world. Let's start. Our topic will be about exploring the concept paper. Let us now explore the concept paper. Before anything else, let us define concept paper. If only I can ask you to read this, our dear students. I would love to. Concept paper is an academic paper which tells a brief summary of a certain research project, its importance, and how it will be carried out. So everyone knows that in a research paper or sometimes in a community project or a feasibility study, our teachers, our professors are initiatively asking us, what's our concept? Okay, what will be your research about? So this is an idea that you are coming up with because you want to start a project or an assignment. Certainly, I mean specifically, it's a brief summary of a certain research project. Okay, it's like a compilation, or this is a short explanation or brief explanation of how will your paper go about, how will your project be pushed through, how will you be able to push through that, what are the different means, different explanations, little background about that paper, how important it is, and how are you gonna do the methodology, or how will you be able to carry it out, what are the materials needed, who are the respondents needed, so on and so forth. What else? Concept paper is also, I mean, its main purpose is of writing it is to convince your reader that your proposed research project is worth doing. So as we all know, if you have your concept paper in different schools, in different setting, our teachers are, or our bosses, let's say if you're working in the real world or in school, your teachers are asking you to actually explain or to defend your concept paper, right? Taas ang kamay, lahat ng mga nakapag-defend na ng concept paper at nahirapang mag-defend. Ang mga, ano ba, mga nagisa na sa pagde-defend ng concept paper. Taas ang kamay. I'm one of you guys. I'm one of you. And I can really feel, already felt that feeling of what do you call that, defending your concept paper. Okay, pero huwag kayong mag-alala, yung pagde-defend ng concept paper, at least you prepared for it. At least yung mga panelist mo ay talagang after your tedious preparation for that, tatanggapin nila yan. Pero yung iba, kahit ipaglaban mo na, eh, hindi ka pa rin talaga tinatanggap. Hindi, joke lang. Okay. Now let's go to, so we're done with the definition of concept paper. I know you're able to connect to it. You're able to remember and refresh your minds, okay, about concept or of concept paper. Next, because you're proposing this, it's important that you are ready for it, and we're here to somehow give you a comprehensive idea about it. So there are seven important aspects. Take note. Seven important aspects to consider when writing a concept paper in academic research. Because as we all know, when we are talking about academic papers or researches, it's not as easy as going on Facebook, reading a short text and posting yourself, telling something about it. You don't do that. But what you have to do is to deeply study the topic and to really have to prepare for it. Know the different things that you need to prepare of, because it's part of it. It's like preparing a paper that's you're going to defend, and a paper that the world will acknowledge if it's done properly and scholarly. Take note of the word scholarly, because in the academic research, fake news are not accepted. Remember that. Okay, it's not peer reviewed if if it did not undergo scientific methods, or if it did not undergo researching properly and proper defense. Then sorry, it will not be accepted. So, let us see what are the seven important aspects. Although I'm not saying all of these seven are enough. Probably in other contexts, there are more or there are few. But in here, we're focusing only on seven. So, first, we have the title. So, definitely, the title is the first thing that you need to come up to, because it will be like the face of your paper, the face of your research. And if you're planning to propose, it's the first thing that your panelists will look into or will see. So if in the title you're wrong, then what more with the paper? Okay, so if in the title it's not properly capitalized, it doesn't have any sense at all, it doesn't have the variables that you need, then what for will be the title? Okay, and I know your panelists will be checking on that. One idea is that titles can also be presented in a question form. Okay, since you are part of the journey of asking, and you're in a journey, in a quest, okay, of a study. So it can be in a question form, in a statement form, but you have to make sure it will give you, it's a statement that will somehow give a glimpse of your entire study. Okay, because this will be like a face of your paper. It's like your face, your facial reaction will say many things about you. So with the title, it has to speak something to your audience. Okay, that's the first thing. Second, we have introduction. Yes, this is the brief overview of the topic or issue you wish to study. So in the introduction, you are going, there's actually a format that you need to follow. So you have here your thesis statement. You have to be able to put here a little knowledge or some reasons on how will you be going to your paper. So introduction, you're initially giving a little background or a backgrounder of your paper. So definitely aside from the background itself, okay? So in here, you're going to give your audience how will you go with it, what are the usual problems encountered in that specific field of your study, what are you going to put there, what are you going to what is expected in your study. So introduction, so it's like giving them a little, you're now little by little explaining to them what will happen in your paper. So you have your thesis statement, little supporting details, your in-text citations, and so on. Then we also have the background. It's important that you study this because this section describes the current condition of the field you are researching, including the knowledge and issues that the study will address. You can also include the reason why you want to investigate or study the topic. So, in this paragraph or in this part of your research, you are going to show that your study is worth fighting for. And you have to be able to connect it with other researches that are done in the past, okay? because this will give our panelists or our students or even your audience or readers a background of how will you address it. Okay. Another is that you can also state here the reason of on why you want to investigate the topic. In here, you're giving a little background on why you want to fight for it. Okay? So i-check mo ang background. Hindi ba sa dapat madaling maniwala? Okay? Wag agad-agad. Wag mabulag agad. So dapat malaman mo muna kung saan ang galing, ano ba yung background niya at alam mo at para sure ka that your study will make sense in the future. Yes.
Yan, napakagandang tip naman yon. Tutor Aaron, hello!
Hello, Tutor Alvin. Wow.
Ayan.
Welcome, Tutor Alvin. Ayan, sakto pawis na ako. At
Kaya nga. Sige, tuloy
welcome
natin.
to our session, Tutor Alvin. And
Yeah, hello.
why don't you greet our EA Phenomenal students
Yeah,
now?
hello to our EA Phenomenal students. Kanina pa ako sa comment section, but then I just arrived home fresh from the city of San Fernando. Alright, so tuloy na natin, Tutor Aaron. Ano nga ba ang ibang parts ng kanilang mga concept paper? The fourth one is the preliminary literature review. Napaka-familiar, di ba? At the same time, parang nakakakaba kapag nakikita na yung literature review or the review of the related literature. So in this section, you will write related studies and papers that will support your research topic. In this one, you'll be researching or you'll be reading a lot of studies, a lot of related literature, gaya nga na nasabi dito, that will support, okay, that will augment your claim or your study, your research topic. That's why though madugo ang literature review, it is a must because it will serve as the backbone or as a support for your research topic. Okay.
That is correct, Tutor Alvin. And the background would actually the literature review is actually important because you want your panelists to believe in what you are fighting for. That's why you have to be able to make sure if what are the roots of that topic, where will the study push through as you go along with it, because you have to be able to justify and to glorify your studies. And yan, Tutor Alvi, I gave you a moment. So I showed you on our now I'm already let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation that I'm sharing right now. I just gave you a little light because I know that our AFNML students missed you for today. I mean, in like 20 minutes. They miss you for
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah. So we're looking right now for that's our PPT. So that's the literature review. Okay. So don't forget to include relevant literature or studies that will support your research topic. And I think
Yes.
moving on to number 5, and that is
Now we
the
go to our
methodology.
fifth, the methodology. I can somehow okay, so the methodology is a section that contains the data analysis system, data gathering procedure, instruments to be utilized or used, and participants of the study. So I think, Tutor Alvin, it's so clear in our definition what are to expect in methodology. And in methodology, you in the concept paper, it's like you're briefly telling your audience what will how will you be able to make it possible, right, Tutor Alvin? With the methodology, with the methods, you're able to know how will you analyze the data. Definitely your panelists or people would ask your paper or would ask you how will you go with it. So aside from the introduction, from the title itself, from the background, from the literature review, how will you now go to it? What will be your instruments? Are you going to do interview? Are you going to do sampling? So on and so forth. Who will be your participants? It also has to be clear if who are these people you're going to ask. Okay, and if they are credible, if they're appropriate in that study, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so in the methodology, it contains the data analysis system. So in the methodology, you'll be showing here the how are you going to conduct the study once it is approved? So definitely you'll be revealing here the research design, the research approach, the instrument, the number of your participants or your respondents, the just like what you mentioned, the instrument that you are going to use, and of course the ethical consideration that you have to apply when conducting or implementing this study. So makikita yan sa methodology.
Yes, you're also correct, Mark, because he said that how are you going to implement a project or program, and who are the participants of it? It's important you also consider all those things because as we said, researches are not just a piece of paper like an essay that you're going to write. This is really something that you need to push through and to study hard and work on because this will add up to the knowledge of the research world and to the academe. And the academe will not just accept your propositions like in essay form. They will accept it um, if you only undergone a deep probing and deep studying about the paper. So this is what we call methodology. And for our sixth, Tutor Alvin,
Okay, so provide a reasonable and achievable timeline for your project. And it's about the timeline. So you need to create a timetable on how are you going to accomplish the study. It's very important that you'll be guided. You're pre-guided. That means you should begin with an end in mind. How are you going to accomplish the project by laying down the activities, including the inclusive dates or the dates or the dates where are you going to perform this particular activity to um accomplish or to finish the study. So I think in the timeline it's kasama na dito yung what do we call this? Maybe the budget, okay, the resources you need, either financial, human resources, or which financial resources that you're going that you need in order for you to achieve, okay, your project. So it's very important that we set a timeline or a timetable for us to follow and for us to be guided. That's the timeline.
that's correct. And it's important you're prepared for it. Okay. You have the timeline. It's like your outline of how everything will happen and how everything will fall into place. And one important thing about this is that even though you have to achieve your goals with a timeline, even if you have the timeline, if you did not follow it properly, then your study will still be nonsense. No, it will not still be effective. So for it to be effective, make sure that you are going to target it and to finish it. Okay? Target the date and finish it. That's what you call timeline. And next is what we call references. References actually, or reference provides all the list of all sources of your research, such as books, journals, and other resources cited in your paper. It's important that you give your reference because you want to avoid plagiarism. You want to make sure that you cite and you respect the work of other people, of other scholars and authors by means of referring to their sites or referring to their books, to their pages. Okay? Another is that it's also a proof that when you have references, you really gathered important books, you really gathered credible sources, you gathered other researches, you gathered for you to be able to come up with a study that's well written, that is well researched of, and that's given well references or good references. It adds to the credibility of your paper, right, Tutor Alvin?
That is correct. So you've mentioned that to avoid plagiarism, it's very important that we cite relevant references, all the author, all the books, all the articles we've mentioned in our paper must be put in the bibliography or in the or on the reference page. So do not forget to list down all the references you've used. And
Okay, so now, aside from those additional information, sorry, another thing is that, another trivia is we are following a format. It's not just as simply as copying the link from the Google engine or Google search, then putting it in your paper. No, it's not like that. What you have to do is to follow the American Psychological Association or the APA style, or the Modern Language Association or the MLA style, and or the Chicago style. So these styles, if you're going into them, they have formats of proper referencing. And I want you to research more about it as we continue, or as you go with further study about the concept paper. Not only the concept paper, in the pursuit of your studies and your research, you have to be able to follow this format, because if you will not follow their formats, then your references will not be accepted. Okay, and it will not be formal and proper.
Okay. So I think we should be sharing with them also the different ways on elucidating a concept, or how a concept can be explained, right, Jura Aaron?
Yes, because a concept paper may be explained also. So additional idea is that through different modes or patterns. So we have now studied the different parts that you need to be aware of. Now we are going to the content itself. So how will you go into your concept paper? So according to this may be in the form of one, definition; two, explication; and three, explanation. And how are these things defined, and how can we do it, Tutor Alvin?
Yeah. So the first is definition. So it's a technique for recognizing a phrase and clarifying its meaning. Its primary goal is to clarify and explain concepts, ideas, and issues. From the term from the term itself, definition, defining. So it's very focused on clarifying the meaning, expressing the meaning of the concept. As simple as that. So definition, it can be connotative or denotative. So you have to choose which do you think is suited, it is more appropriate. So in the definition, so there are three ways in presenting definition. First, it can be formal. Okay, when you say it is a formal definition, it explains a term by clarifying where it originates from and the characteristic that distinguishes it from others. So this can be done through term, class, and distinguishing feature. We have an example here, Tutor Aaron. Like for example, the term or the term or the concept that we're going to elucidate or explain is the term orange. All right. So identify its class. It is a type of fruit. And what and there are a lot of fruits. We cannot say orange is a fruit as simple as that, because there are a lot of fruits. So orange can be a fruit, but not all fruits are orange. So we need to give a distinguishing feature of it that makes it different from the others. Kaya nga distinguishing. So it is rich with vitamin C and antioxidant. So you can form the formal definition of orange. It is a type of fruit which is rich in vitamin C and antioxidant. So that's the formal definition of orange.
And we also have, on the other hand, the informal definition. So it is done through brief explanation. It only includes the term to be defined in its class. So take note, the term only to be defined in its class. So a short while ago, Tutor Alvin said the term, the class, and the this what do you call, distinction of that term. Now, in the informal, you need only the term and the class. So a chair, for example, is a piece of furniture. Term, class, informal definition.
Now, aside from formal and informal, we have the extended definition. So in this one, it consists of at least one paragraph with a detailed description and facts. Yun nga, extended. So that means it's not just a simple formal or informal definition, one-line definition. It consists of at least one paragraph with a very detailed description and facts. And that makes the definition extended.
Correct. Now, so those are the three types of definition, and we're done with the definition. We'll go to the next way or mode of doing the concept paper by means of explication or explicating, wherein it is an explanation method in which words, verses, quotes, or paragraphs are taken for a literary or academic work and then interpreted and described in detail. So you are getting something from a literary work or an academic work, then you're going to interpret them and describe them in detail. That is what we call explication. You're going to describe them. You're going to get supports from other works. Then,
Yeah. Aside from definition and defining and explicating the term, there's another way of explaining the concept, and that is through clarification. So when we say clarification, it is a method in which the points are organized from a broad abstract concept to more specific and particular details. So in the clarification method, you'll be focused on the particular details. So presenting first the general idea, the bigger picture of the concept, and then to make that bigger picture clear, you have to focus, or you have to jump into specific, more concrete concepts or ideas of that thing, because it would be hard for us if we're going to study a particular concept or topic in general, right? So we have to dig deeper, be specific, and be exact, so that our readers or our audience can really understand the concept we are explaining, and that is through clarification.
that is correct. And that's it for today. We have talked about concept paper, the definition of concept paper. And we also talked about, Tutor Alvin,
The parts of a concept paper, which we have the title, introduction, background, preliminary literature review, and the other, Tutor Iron?
methodology, timelines, and references. These are the things that you need to take note and to be aware of when you are going to do a concept paper. Then we also talked about the different modes and patterns of concept paper, which are
Definition, clarification, and explication. So,
yes.
and that's it for today. So, thank you for your participation, AF Phenomenal students. This has been Tutor Alvin.
And this has been Tutor Aaron.
And we are your AF buddies. So, see you next Tuesday for more thrilling adventures. So, always remember to be AF Phenomenal.
Always remember our AF Phenomenal students to be AF Phenomenal.
Be AF Fantastic.
And be AF Powerful.
In English for academic and professional purposes. Only here on ETUlay Live.
See you again next time, our AF Phenomenal students.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!